So you've heard of Trastevere in Rome, right? Of course you have. But here's the thing. It can be a lot. So many bars, so many tiny winding alleyways, it's easy to get overwhelmed. Well, that's what we're here for. We're going to cut right through all that noise and help you build the perfect night out using a real insider's guide to the absolute best spots.
Okay, first thing you need to get your head around is the switch-up that happens every single day. During the day, Trastevere is this super charming, almost sleepy medieval village. You've got artisan workshops doing their thing. It's lovely. But then the sun goes down, and it just explodes. It becomes the absolute, undeniable beating heart of Rome's social life with an energy you just won't find anywhere else.
And look, this quote, it just nails it. Because a night out in Trastevere isn't just, grabbing a drink. It's about watching the neighborhood completely reveal its true self. The real picture, it only snaps into focus after dark. All right, so how do you even begin to tackle this place? My advice, don't even try to hit every single spot. You'll go crazy. The real secret to doing Trastevere right is to pick your mood first. So let's break down the main vibes you're going to find.
And pretty much everything starts with the aperitivo. This is the Roman ritual. It's that pre-dinner drink that officially kicks off the night. And trust me, it's way more than just a happy hour. It's a whole social event. And some places, like Freni e Frizioni, have turned it into an art form.
Okay, next up, you've got your classic dive bar. And when I say dive bar, I mean it. We're talking gritty, authentic, totally unapologetic. This is not the place for a fancy, complicated cocktail. This is where you go to soak up the real, unfiltered soul of the neighborhood. Think of a place like the legendary Bar San Callisto. It's the polar opposite of a tourist trap.
But hey, what if you just overwine for the night? Or you can't look at another Aperol Spritz? No problem. Trastevere's got you. It's home to some proper craft sanctuaries. Yeah, these are little pockets of heaven for beer geeks. A perfect escape with some of the best craft brews you will find in all of Italy.
Okay, so we've got the vibes down. Now let's actually walk through what a night could look like. Think of this as your own personal curated journey, a little choose-your-own adventure through those amazing cobblestone streets.
Every, and I mean every great night in Trastevere kicks off in one place, Piazza Trilussa. This isn't just some random square. This is the neighborhood's living room, but outdoors. It's the central meeting point where everyone gathers before spinning off into that beautiful maze of alleys.
And right from that piazza, our first stop is literally just a few steps away. We're heading to Freni e Frizioni. The vibe here? It's all high energy, it's trendy, and it's the absolute perfect spot to dive headfirst into that modern Roman Aperitivo scene and get the night started.
So, what's the big deal with this place? Why is it so iconic? Well, for starters, the name itself, Freni e Frizioni, means brakes and clutches. That's a little nod to its history as an old mechanic's shop, which gives it this really cool industrial chic vibe. But here's the most important insider tip. The real party is outside. You go in, you grab one of their amazing seasonal cocktails, and then you head right back out into the piazza to join this huge buzzing crowd. That's the move. All right, you've had your aperitivo, you're feeling good. Now, you've got a choice to make. What's the next move? Are we going for something gritty and authentic, or are we feeling a little more grand and historical tonight?
Okay, if you picked gritty and authentic, then there's really only one place to go, Bar San Callisto. The vibe is just unapologetically Roman. This place is a legend. It's an institution. It is the real deal.
I mean, this bar is the soul of Old Trastevere. It's famously cheap, which is always a plus. And the crowd is amazing. You'll see old-timers playing cards right next to a group of local hipsters. And the insider tip here is crucial. Do not come here and order a fancy cocktail. No. You get a big bottle of Peroni for just a few euros, or you try their famous affogato. And what is that? It's a scoop of gelato literally drowned in liquor. It's amazing.
But what if you went the other way? What if you chose grand and historical? Well, then your next stop is Enoteca Ferrera. And let me tell you, this is a whole different universe. This is for the serious wine lovers.
The contrast with San Callisto could not be more stark. Their wine list isn't just a list. It is, and I'm not exaggerating, an actual book. You're inside this gorgeous, historic building. You can just stand at the bar for a quick, casual gloss, or you can sit down for a whole formal tasting experience. But here's the pro move. Ask the sommelier to recommend a wine from the local Lazio region. You get a real taste of the place you're in. It's a fantastic experience.
Okay, but what if you're done with wine and you've had your fill of spritz? Well, there's a sanctuary waiting for you. It's called
Ma che siete venuti a fa, which roughly translates to, what you come here for? And the vibe? It's this perfect blend of a passionate football pub and a total beer geek paradise.
Okay, here's what you gotta know about this spot. It has a massive reputation. I mean, it's widely considered one of the best craft beer pubs in all of Italy, period. Now, the pub itself, it's tiny. So don't go in expecting to find a table. That's not how it works. The real move is to squeeze in, grab a pint of some incredible Italian IPA, and then join the awesome party that inevitably spills out onto the street. If you are a beer lover, this is an absolute non-negotiable must-visit. All right, so you've got your spots picked out. You know the different vibes you can go for. Let's shift gears and talk about the practical stuff. The locals playbook. How to get around, how to stay safe, how to do this like you actually live here.
And let's get right to the big one. The question that's probably on your mind when you're exploring any new city at night. Is it actually safe?
So the short answer is yes. It's generally very safe, mainly because it's always packed with people. But crowds are also a magnet for pickpockets. So simple rule of thumb, phone, wallet, keep them in your front pocket, not your back pocket. Now, for getting home, the trams stop running around midnight. After that, your best bet is a night bus, look for the ones with an N, or just use a taxi app like Free Now. And if you do need a cab, don't just try to flag one down on the street. Head to the official taxi stand. Oh, and one last thing, dress code. Just think smart casual. You don't need to be super fancy, but maybe leave the gym shorts back at the hotel.
Okay, so we've talked about the bars, the logistics, the different vibes, but what's the actual feeling of a night in Trastevere? What's the real soul of this place? And you know what? It brings us full circle, right back to where we started, Piazza Trilussa, because it really is more than just a place to meet up. It's the neighborhood's living room. The real energy of Trastevere comes from the people sitting on the steps of that fountain, just talking. Maybe someone's playing a guitar, just soaking in the magic of a perfect Roman night.
So there you have it. We've laid out the map. We've shown you the different paths you can take. You could start trendy with an aperitivo, then go for a gritty dive bar, or maybe settle into a world-class wine spot. The choice is completely yours. So really, the only question left to ask is, what's your perfect night in Trastevere going to look like?